Well, more and more black women are saying goodbye to the relaxers and the bone straight hair, instead going for a more natural look. I'm joined by Michelle Stepney with more on upcoming workshop, 4C workshop, for women interested in taking care of that natural hair. And you know, as someone who like changes their, we do this all the time, change our hair, go with braids, go with whatever, go with the curly locks. But this is something that we're saying, you know what? We want to be ourselves. We don't want to have to do the bone straight every day, all day. I may do it again next month, but hey. But anyway, you know, it really is. It's one of those things about just enjoying yourself, who you are, and being yourself with your natural hair. So you have this upcoming workshop coming up. But why do you think that is, that we are seeing more women empowered in professional office spaces, in businesses as corporate leaders, wearing their natural hair now, Michelle?
Specifically, I think there's more of a relaxation of it. And when it comes to all areas of corporate, we have the Crown Act that was implemented. And then we also have to consider health aspects in regards to that. As you know, there's lawsuits every day about relaxers that have been relaxing women's hair. And then you also have to take into consideration diseases such as alopecia, hair loss through menopause, or taking certain medications have also come into play as well. Another thing that is really important is when women begin to see, you know, the loss of hair or the lightening of their hair, then they want to make sure that they secure and keep their hair. Me personally, while I was been going through menopause, I began to see a lightening of my hair, and I call this my menopause hair. Why? Because it really helped to thicken my hair, and I made a decision that as I do it, I want to make sure I keep it stylish. I want to make sure that I keep it, you know, natural, but looking good and healthy.
And one of the things you did talk about there was the Crown Act. And because a lot of times there had been, for years, and I know women in certain industries, in my industry, discrimination. Like if you wore your hair like this, if you wore your hair like you had it now, you could not be in certain positions, in certain roles, and in corporate America. But that is no more.
No.
And so one of the things too, in talking about this and taking care, because we all deal with different things when it comes to our hair. I know that I had, like, whether it's when I was sick or different things, and you like, okay, let me figure out what works for me and what makes my hair healthy. So let's talk about this, what you're doing in your upcoming workshop.
Well, the workshop is the first in a series of holiday events that we're going to be having at our herbal studio, which is Bioenergetics Herbal Studio in South Highland Park. But what we want to do is show women how they can use household kitchen items that they use for cooking and for salads and different things, how the minerals and the vitamins have nutrients that not only help you with your internal organs, but they also help you with your hair. Would you like me to go through some of these?
Yes, I would. And that was going to be my next question, because I see up here, first of all, we eat a lot of bananas in my house. And I see that things like we use every day, honey in my tea, I see sweet potatoes. So, okay, so tell me about this and what they're used for, these products.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the wild rice.
Okay.
If it's the black wild rice, even the better, because what it does when you just soak it in distilled water, or if you soak it in spring water, you leave it overnight, and you're going to have a hair wash day. What you can do is you can use the water to help strengthen the follicles of your hair. You can use the water and its nutrients to help to actually promote growth as well. And this is something that we use in our home. My son, he also has locks, and he always goes back to using the rice water, things like aloe vera, things of that nature. And so it's really effective with lengthening. So you put the rice in
there. I want to make sure I'm clear. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but you put it in there and then you leave it overnight, and then what, you take the rice out and use the water?
Yes, you're going to strain it out, and then you're going to use the water to help hydrate your hair.
Okay.
And then also too, we've got apple cider vinegar. It's a really good way of cleaning the scalp and hydrating the hair as well. Another really good use for the sweet potatoes. Now, women in menopause, women who have hair loss or thinning, there are so many good nutrients in the sweet potato that help again with the follicles, with hydrating, but there are some nice, when you you're gonna have, of course, you're gonna have to boil it, and then once you boil it out, you're going to mash it down,
up.
and when you mash it down, you can use it as a hair mask.
So then you put the sweet potatoes on your hair, on your
Mm-hmm.
head, and then do you put like one of the little plastic bags, the conditioning
Yes.
bags on there?
Yes.
Okay.
About 20 minutes.
20 minutes and then wash it out.
And you wash it out, and that has been very effective, and it's been known to also promote hair growth.
Okay, in 1 minute, I want to get the rest of these in over here. Tell me what the bananas in this is for.
Okay, so the bananas and the honey, again, that's another way you can use the hair mask if you don't have sweet potatoes. So you've got your alternate. That is Castile soap. Castile soap is very light on the hair and on your skin. So what you can do is you can use that. You can mash the avocado and you can mix it together, and you can use that as a co-wash.
As a co-wash with the rice water?
However you
wanna use it.
however
Okay.
you want to use it, whatever you have in your kitchen,
Okay.
you're going to use what you have to be able to incorporate that. And then the rosemary would really do well with the water.
Okay.
And if you have some oregano.
Okay.
So if someone is dealing with high amounts of gray hair, they would use that.
Well,
And
what would it do to the gray hair? I mean, would it stop it from graying? Would it
it doesn't
turn
necessarily stop it, but
What?
it helps to darken the grayness.
darken the gray so it's not as light gray?
It's not as
okay.
it's not as light. And then the sea moss, of course, 92 nutrients and minerals. Soak it overnight. You can use the water, or you can blend it out, and you can use it as a hair mask as well
This is
as
awesome.
a conditioner.
These are things that a lot of people have right in their home. We're going to put that on the screen, please, again, to show when that is coming up in the event, so how you can take part in this workshop.
Yes.
All right, thank you so much.